Good. I finally figured out how to make the screen go sideways. But hey, this is just see this right here? Okay, it's picking glass out of the top of my skull. You can't see because it's dark. Oh wait, I should have put the flash on. I'm an idiot. Oh wait, enable flash. Thanks, Alright, so if you watch the entire video, the beginning was about a lot of stuff. It's about chemtrails. I went into the army a little bit. I went into some other stuff. I was touching on the abuse that I was growing up with, right? But now I'm gonna get in just real quick because I'm gonna explain why you didn't know. But I'm going to explain why I'm sleeping outside tonight and why I slept outside last night. Or not last night, but 2 nights before I had slept outside. My uncle had moved in with my father, where I was living in Quincy, where I was taking those videos. And that's why I was whispering, basically, in some of those videos, because he don't wake up. He sleeps all day, right? And my uncle took me in when I was 14. When I finally, well, no, I think when I was like 13, my aunt had took me in, but couldn't, or 12, 13, my aunt, between my aunt and my nana, in a longer video, I'll be able to explain everything. I'll be able to explain who witnessed it, you know, who covered it up. Albuquerque police covered up pedophile. Denver, Colorado police and Aurora police in Colorado covered up pedophile, you know. And I'm just making sure. I'm afraid they're gonna kick me out, but I've been doing nothing but pray. And thank God, you know, He fills my heart with love, you know. So basically, I'll get into all the cover-ups and when I was, I believe, 8 or 9 years old, I did 9 months in a mental hospital. And my little brother did 4 months in a mental hospital. My mother had made up lies and said that my little brother, so I come back to Boston. Well, this is a long story, but I had come back to Boston. My nana flew me back out to tell her what was going on, because I would call her and tell her what was going on. And she was going to sneak, basically, me and my brother into my father's hands. We're at the Texas Roadhouse. And I'm trying to tell my father what was happening to me and my little brother. And what ended up happening, my father flipped out on us, ended up beating us up. My auntie Mel was on her way to come pick us up, and he ended up biting my auntie Mel's shoulder. Like, bit a fucking piece out of her shoulder. And me and my little brother were only like 8. I think my little brother was 6 at the time. And like, he mentally could not handle what I was trying to tell him, that I was being fucking touched. I got away every time and called the Albuquerque police and was fucking laughed at. My nana had swooped me away, called an airplane, right? This is a short version. I'll get into the long version. I'm gonna smoke another cigarette. I think I left it in my bag. Okay, so Albuquerque police My Nana swooped us away. I told her the story. Meet my father at Texas Roadhouse, right? My aunt was supposed to pick us up because I was going to tell her too. Um, leave all them nameless, but so my father snapped, beat us up, and he ended up winning the case. But the thing was, it was like my mother had brainwashed us. I shouldn't have pressed charges on my father. I shouldn't have said my father beat me up. I don't know why he couldn't handle what I was telling him. But the PTSD had made me forgot, like, the real abuse. Not like the fucking spanking and the smack. And I ran away and I'm banging on the door. The lawyer, my mother made me fucking testify. She wasn't even around. But so anyway, so then this is what happens. So when all that happened, right, I still had to fucking... So then my Nana realized I couldn't fucking live with my father. So for some reason, I was sent home to Albuquerque. I was sent back to my mother. And fucking, I go home, my little brother's missing. He's gone, right? My little brother's gone. It took her a whole week, and the phone was disconnected. They'd keep the phone in their room locked up, so I couldn't call my Nana no more, right? So fucking, I'm smoking another one. So after a week, she finally tells me, my little brother, 6 years old, tried to hang himself with the cord that goes to the window, the Venetian blind cord, that she could see him from the window coming home, right? So she had him committed. While I came back to testify. So basically that shit happened at the Texas Roadhouse. We were supposed to be snuck away to be live with my father. My father fucked up, couldn't handle it. Beat us up, hit my aunt. My aunt didn't press charges. I shouldn't have pressed charges, right? We should have figured something else out. Looking back now, as a 30-year-old man, we should have figured out something else out. But it wasn't anywhere for me to go. Me and my little brother. My grandparents are too old. I don't know why. So anyways, my mother, I go back home. She brainwashes us, right? Dude's still hitting us, right? But he's not fucking trying to touch my dick no more. Fucking anything like that, because cops got called. So but there was a cover-up. She bailed him out, and somehow it was just dismissed. I don't even know. These cops just fucking didn't give a fuck, man. And I swear to God, cops was there with the TV camera. And they say that there was only one piece of footage that they couldn't show on their TV. That's this guy. That's me. I freaked out there was a camera. So this dude knew my stepfather, knew a spell, but he didn't know how to use it. He knew a fucking, there's a phrase, right, that you can use that instantly will make someone forget. Like, there's a lot of talk about this MK Ultra shit, blah, 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 blah. For some reason, I remember the phrase, and I think only because this dude doesn't know how to use it right. He didn't know how to use it right. I swear to God. That he would just say it, but not like, so it would fuck me all up. Like, I would be, it paralyzes you, and it makes you forget. But for some reason, I was able to remember, right? And I would say it to people for some reason, like I was being groomed to become a predator myself. At the age of 13, when I came back to Boston, I started making friends and meeting people, and I would tell them my story. I was telling people this phrase, but it would just cause chaos, right? It wasn't. And I had nystagmus. Remember, my eyes shake. So fucking my eyes are shaking, and one kind of goes to the other way a little. It sucks. But anyway, so I had made a promise to myself that I would not say this phrase anymore. Right? The only person I had ever said this phrase to since, two people. A psychiatrist and a first sergeant in the Army. Because I'll admit it, that at this point, I don't think I can get in trouble. If I can, whatever, fuck it, man. Send me to Leavenworth. I don't care at this point. Like, my life is horrible, dude. And friggin', there was a bunch of us copying morphine prescriptions. It was brought to me the second week that I was in the Army. The second week after basic training. It was brought to me, right? I didn't even get a chance. I went to basic training dope sick. I went to the Army to escape the dope in Boston. And I was given the opportunity, right, I'm not going to get all into it, but basically I was addicted. I didn't even make 2 years in the Army, but I did a lot of training. I'll show you all the certificates right now. Right now on the fucking thing. I was tech rescue certified through fucking FEMA, right? And so basically they wanted us bad, right? I didn't know how many people were involved. There were a lot of people involved. It had nothing to do with me, but just more and more people, more and more pills. Some people went to Leavenworth, some people didn't. I fucking I had my father call the congressman. Say, just get me the fuck out of here. Because at this point, right, what they were doing was they was just trying to get me. They threw some slanderous shit on my name, right? And it wasn't true. It wasn't, and I was finally vindicated. But the first sergeant, believe me, I was sitting there crying. We were having like a meeting. There was the XO, the first sergeant, the captain, who was a female at the time, was a complete cunt. The girl who put some shit on me, well, it's hard to explain. It wasn't rape, nothing like that. It was like some weird shit. And the thing was, it was like the captain was sleeping with a private, and I knew about it. And it was just some crazy shit. They couldn't get me for what they wanted for. They couldn't get me for the pills, right? And they knew I was fucked up. They knew I was dope sick at the end of it. And I was getting kicked out, and they found Hep C, right? Mind you, I didn't have Hep C before I came to the Army. So who knows how I got it. And it was funny because me and the kid who were getting high with had different strands. So how the fuck do we have different strands if we're getting high together? Explain that one, right? And fucking here, I want to show you some of these. I'm going to point the camera around and show you some of these. I'm going to keep talking. Friggin', it's my name, Robert Safraza. This one says, Yeah, I'm sorry, my eyes suck. First responder, hazardous materials, level whatever. Right, I got like fucking a million of these, right? We went through the training. In basic training, kid died in his bed. Fucking, I gave him mouth to mouth. Everyone else is freaking out. There were like 3 of us who had the heads on us. And fucking, I gave him mouth to mouth. He was cold, blue, piss on him. Friggin', but anyways, so I was vindicated to the end. They had nothing on me. I was trying to be set up, right? Fucking, they didn't have nothing on me. Friggin', that was rope rescuer 2, by the way. I think it goes up to 3. Hazardous materials. That's the awareness level. That's the first level, but there was another hazmat, whatever. Friggin', these all came from the Army. This is FEMA, the National Board of Fire Services Professional Qualifications, Structural Collapse Technician, Rescue 1, right? I think they go up to 3, and then it goes up to like fuck. So I'll explain, why I'm so hurt right now. What's going on? This one is Rescue 1. I think at the end they go higher, at the highest. This one is Textual Collapse Rescue 2. Fuck, I hear noise. I think I'm fucked. And they're gonna kick me out of here. I'm gonna freeze to death tonight. Rescuer 1. And, I'll just tell them I'm doing a live stream for fucking Japan or some shit. And friggin', so what ended up happening is basically, I told the first sergeant because I wanted him to know that I was telling the truth about my life story. He said that he had already believed me. Well, what ended up happening was the next captain, because this captain, the female cunt, she lost her fucking station. She had to move stations. I guess I left, right? In the middle of my Hep C treatment, I probably weighed $160. And healthy, regular, I weigh like 220, 230. Right? I looked like a zombie. I was crying all the time. I had people spitting in my face. Like, I was betrayed, man. And at the end of it, everyone was giving me hugs and shit. It's fucked up, man. Everyone's apologizing to me. But it didn't matter. I was so fucking hurt. Man. But my true friends, they knew the truth. You know? They knew everything. They knew the truth. And they believed me, my true friends. But they have, like, companies, whole companies, the whole army, was against me. And fucking, to come home just to be called a junkie by my own family again. Like, dude, I was set up, man. From the get-go, I had no, it would have been nice if I could just drink and party like everyone else. But the drugs were brought to me. The pills were brought to me. The prescriptions were brought to me. But I wasn't a rat. You're still not going to get no names from me. I'll take the fucking whatever for these videos, man. But I just have to explain because I'm getting a lawyer. I'm trying to get Social Security, right? This one I forget. Operation system, certified operation level, product control mission, I forgot. So fucking basically, we went down to Florida to do this training. There's a lot more than these. Technical Rescue 1. Technical Rescue 1. Rope Rescue 1. That's my birth certificate. Fuck. I don't care. Take my identity. It sucks anyways. So fucking, I beat the shit, right? I told the first sergeant, I'm back in Boston, right? Dying. I don't know what the fuck happened to my liver. My liver's like, I'm about to get cirrhosis. Because, I'm 10. I got a fucking reading of 10 million. Right? I think I got more gallons. But my liver's fucked. I'm about to have cirrhosis if I don't get that Harvoni. They're waiting on the insurance. And, I get a call from the first sergeant. The new captain was trying to buy fucking babies or children, right? The FBI caught him, right? But I was so fucked up. I was so high and beamed out. And the PTSD made me forget everything. Couldn't remember nothing. And when he called me, he says, I apologize. He said, boy, do you remember the phrase? Do you remember the thing you told me? And I said, I'm sorry, sir. I remember making a promise to myself that I wasn't going to tell anyone. And he says, no, you told me, so I would believe you. He was like, the captain kept bugging me about the phrase. He wanted to know what the phrase was. You can't find this phrase on the internet, nowhere, right? So he said the captain was real weird. Like why was this dude trying to get the phrase? You know, so it ended up he was trying to buy children. I think the dude's doing life now in a Louisiana jail. That was in the Army Times. You can look it up. Fort Polk, Louisiana. I forget the captain's name, all that. I got my TBI paperwork here. You want to see some TBI paperwork? Traumatic brain injury, so you know I'm not lying about that. Yeah, let's get real close. So fucking Robert's a father. Yeah, drug-seeking behavior, chronic hepatitis, sciatica, diarrhea. Yeah, Erin Barth, she was an awesome fucking gastroenterologist. That's the lady that tried to save my life. She told me to sue the Army, but when I came home, I was so addicted I couldn't do anything. I had my father fucking using me for $40. You want $40? You want $40? Do this. Because I've been a plumber my whole life. What's this say? I can't even read. Fort Polk Pharmacy of Fort Polk. I can't read. My fucking eyes are full of fucking tears. Here we go. Brain injury. Traumatic brain injury. Right? Where's my name? That's the Bain Jones Fort Polk provider. Where's my name? So you fucking know. So, fuck! Oh, it's down here. Enlisted, active duty, May 10th, 1987. Where's my name? Because that's my birthday. Surprise, Robert Thomas. They demoted me to an E1. Here's all the shit I did. I was E4. You know? Fucking broke my heart. That's the one thing I wanted to be my whole life. Was a soldier. I remember watching John Wayne videos with my grandpa. My papa. My mother's abusing him right now. I know it. Because he was there, he watched the little girl get choked. Fucking, I was writing letters to him from jail and I knew something was up. And I had asked him in one letter, I said, Papa, is my mother being mean to you? You know, is she fucking abusing you? You know, and I said it in a roundabout kind of way. Is she fucking being mean to you? The whole time, my mother was opening the mail and reading all the letters. So Christmas morning, when I called fucking Christmas morning, all I did was get screamed at. And I was in the hole. I did a year in a fucking hole, begging to talk to fucking a doctor. They wouldn't let me talk to a doctor. They kept sending homosexuals to my fucking door to fuck with me. Right? Straight fucking fags, lisps, pink shirts, everything. Right? Just to fuck with me. A year in the hole. It's driving me insane. I was so suicidal, I didn't tell no one. My Uncle John killed himself in jail fucking 6 months ago. Right? And I had my father. He didn't know I was coming back from Florida. I had gotten away from my father with an old fucking girlfriend of mine who turned lesbian and then turned back. We were gonna get married. Fucking, and she was getting an inheritance. Sorry for being so gross. And freaking, the mother kind of duped us both. She kind of moved back to Boston. She's spending the money like fucking it's going out of style, and didn't even buy a house. And I told her, I said, if you fucking move her back to Boston, she's gonna be dead. I left them at Newark. Airport. I pulled the fucking car over. It was like that fucking gangster. It was a gangster. What do they say on fucking YouTube? They put the sunglasses on you and fucking, they're like, thug life. It was like that. It was like, here, take the car, see you later. She's yelling, I'm still a lesbian. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, Sam. All you did was, I'm sorry for saying it. Fuck! Oh well. I said her first name, whatever, sorry, because I still love her. That's what's fucked up, is I still love this girl. We started going back out again, and I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure she was using behind my back. And I broke up with her again. I can't have that, right? And freaking, but I relapsed. Fuck, I'm getting fucked. They turned on the thing. I think they just turned on something. I yelled too loud. But, yeah, so anyway, so my uncle is living at the house now, right? And he's all upset. He's taking his anger out on me. On Easter Sunday, he goes to church with my father. I guess they got in an argument. And he's 65 years old, mind you, my uncle. And, he's just an asshole. He's real disrespectful. He's disrespectful in public, just like my father. Only the thing is, I never hit my father, not once. My father beat me up once when I was like 16, when I was trying to protect my grandfather. Remember I said something about that? That he used to beat up my fucking grandfather with Alzheimer's. Not beat him up, but push him around, be real mean to him. And fucking, I was trying to protect him, and he beat me up one time, and I was bloody running down the beach. But now he calls the cops on me, tells them I'm schizophrenic, and they just been taking me to mental hospitals. So instead of staying there, so Tommy had promised me, he's like, Bobby, come home. This is after John died, right? And I was living with this girl who was stealing from me, right? The fucking, Tommy's like, Bobby, come home. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry, for saying his name. I'm an idiot. Whatever at this point. He's like, Bobby, come home. I'll make sure he doesn't call the cops on you. You know, I'll make sure you don't go back to mental hospitals. Which he did, I'll give him that much. But he was taking his anger out on me. So he fucking, sucker punched me on like Easter Sunday, or it was like Palm Sunday, and he ended up getting beat up, and I felt bad, and I was crying. I said, Tommy, I fucking love you, man. What are you doing to me? You know, and fucking, so we've been arguing, but it's been getting crazy the past 2 weeks. We've been keeping it secret from my father that we've been fighting, like arguing. And I kept telling him, Like, he told me to kill myself quite a few times, and so is my father. They keep telling me to kill themselves. When they get in their crazy moods, they tell me to jump off the roof. They tell me to jump in front of trains, all sorts of crazy shit. And I can't handle it. And I told him, I said, I said some crazy shit back. So the other night I'm sleeping, Friday night, Saturday night, I can't remember, whenever this happened, Saturday night. So I'm sleeping, I walk in the bathroom, there's a crazy note in the bathroom that says, like threatening me, like keep coughing, keep spitting shit up. I'm gonna or else, something like that, right? So I slide the note under his door, he's like, what, you wanna fight? So I open the door, I let him get up, I let him put on his pants, right? I let him get up, knowing that he had sucker punched me before, which kind of pissed me off. I'm an idiot, I should have sworn. But the thing is, he's 65 years old, man. I don't want to hurt my uncle that I love that took me in when I was 14. You know what I mean? That's not what I wanted to do, and I kept fucking telling him that. And so he fucking didn't even, so I let him get up, right? He's putting on his pants, he fell over, right? I let him get up again, right? And then he's taking off. He he had a button-up shirt on, so he's taking off, he was pantsless with a button-up shirt on. He's taking off his button-up shirt, and I could have moved on him 10 fucking times, right? And I didn't. I let him get up, and you know what he does? He doesn't even fucking put his hands up. He tackles me down the stairs and drives me like a sled into the fucking mirror. Into the full body mirror down the sled. You should see my back. I put a bunch of coconut oil on it. Like pure coconut oil. And it kind of healed up pretty good, but it's still fucked up. I'm picking glass out of my head. And he's fucking headbutting me. And I can't breathe the way it was. I'm in the corner of the stairs in the wall. And I'm trying to fucking fight. I'm trying to put my hands up. I couldn't. I'm on the ground, he's fucking headbutting me. And now I'm dizzy because it was the back of my head that hit the mirror. I couldn't even see straight. And I'm telling him, I said, Tony, what are you doing, man? I was like, I let you get up, motherfucker. I was like, I let you get up, 3 times. I said, I let you fucking get up 3 times. Why are you doing this? And so he stopped, he got off me, right? I go upstairs, I shut my door, and he starts again. So I grabbed this big fucking screwdriver, ran into his fucking room, and I said, one more word and I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then I'm gonna kill myself, right? And then he promised me. I said, because I told him, I said, you know what's gonna happen when my father gets home? My father went to Walmart, right? Like late at night. And now it's like 8 o'clock at night. I said, my father's gonna call the cops on me, and I'm going to jail. I said, there's no marks. Look at my hands. I didn't even hit him. There's no marks on my hands at all. Not anywhere. Here's my other hand. My right hand. Right? No marks. Can you see that? Oh, fuck. Yeah, can you see that? Oh no, it's showing my face. I'm a retard. I'm looking at the reflection. Yeah. There's no marks on my hands at all. Anywhere. I didn't even hit him once. I said, Tommy, my father's gonna call the cops, and I'm going to jail. I'm going back to a mental hospital. Or even worse, I'm going to jail for assault on an elderly. I said, 'cause that's why I never wanted to fight him. I knew how old he was. And I fucking loved him. I've been nothing but betrayed by the people I love my whole life. So you know what he does? He says, Robin, I'm going to tell him it was me. I'm going to tell him the truth. You got nothing to worry about. Go to bed. So I'm in the bathroom, picking out the glass out of my head. My father comes home and kicks me out. Told me he left. Like a coward. He fucking left. He didn't tell my father nothing. The shattered fucking full-size mirror. All this crazy shit. So to this day, 30 years old, right? I'm still getting fucking abused by my family, right? And I'll get into detail about this stuff from my papa. But my mother's, she's hurting mentally. And I know it. Because she's beating up that little girl. She beat up that little girl in front of my papa. My sister told me everything when I got out of jail. And it breaks my fucking heart. Because 20 years later, she's still doing the same thing she was doing to me and my little brother. Only the different kids. So I told her. And I told Frank, my new stepfather, I said, if I ever find out my mother's near a child again, I said, I don't call the cops, but I will. I said, I'm not a cop caller, that ain't me, you know? C-dub for life, baby. C-dub for life. I don't think you can see that, right? I'm not a cop caller. And I don't hit women, you know. But I've been betrayed, man. And I see what my mother can do. And she manipulated my grandmother before she died to have my papa live with her. All his money's gone. I don't know where it is. But I know he's in hell. In his mind, I know he's in hell living with her. It ain't right. It ain't fucking right. And I tried calling her side of the family to tell them, but whatever she told them, look, I was clean for years. I was clean for years. I wasn't doing drugs. Look at me. Look at my face. I relapsed today. But there's more I can tell you. There's so much more I'm going to tell. But I got to go talk to this lawyer in the morning. The battery's low. Just trying to get Social Security. And I'm trying to get safe housing. Because the veteran shelter downtown Boston. Let me tell you this about the veteran shelter downtown Boston. They told me that because I left last time, I didn't break no rules, right? No rules. Just because I left, right? That I have an appeal process. It's gonna take over a week, and so I'm outside talking to a couple of veterans. The veterans are telling me that the mayor, right, or someone in the mayor's office has been paying the New England Center for Homeless Veterans millions of dollars to take pedophiles that are not veterans and have them live there in their single rooms. Because a regular veteran, you gotta live in the dorms for like a year. You gotta live in the dorm for a year to get a single room. But because they're getting paid millions of dollars, they're just letting pedophiles. They're letting pedophiles move right in. Child rapists, crazy charges. I'm hearing dudes, they're like, dude, I waited a year in the dorms just so I could live next to this guy. He's showing me his picture on the internet. He's showing me his charges. He's like, this is the guy that lives next door from me. He's like, I want to kill him every day. I was like, dude, I can't live here, man. I can't live there. And then it's like Pine Street Inn. Bro, I'm gonna end up dying. I'm gonna end up dying of heroin overdose. Living at these fucking places. So I don't know what to do. I'm putting these videos out here just to let you know about the corruption and the crazy shit that's been going on in Boston and how they treat. You know, and I'm not like a real veteran. You know, I didn't go to war. But that kid, I'll put his name out there because he's dead and I gave mouth to mouth. I fucking, when his tongue was, I'm sorry, I can't say all that in case his family's watching, but Coswick, Private Coswick, died of like a fucking, we thought someone killed him, right? Because it looked fucking weird. We thought like someone suffocated him. Because he was purple. It fucking, looked like he was fighting for air. But I guess what happened was he had a brain aneurysm. When we found him. But I gave him mouth to mouth for like 20 minutes. Till the EMT showed up. And he was dead. I watched him shock him. I watched him shock that motherfucker like 9 times. They tried so hard to bring him back. Right? But I'm not a real soldier. Because after basic training, right? I'm on these pills for 2 weeks I had. 2 weeks I'm on these pills. Right? There was no going back. That's why I left. So I come home. This last Super Bowl, right? Fucking, I had it on video camera, and I sent it to both of my aunts, right? My father hit me, telling me that he's gonna call the cops, right? And tell the cops that fucking I'm gonna stab them, that he wants the cops to shoot me. And, he, like, grabbed me, threw me off the fucking thing. Like, that's all I'm dealing with, so it's like, and I get all these text messages, and him telling me to come home, and he fucking loves me. You know, but that's not love, man. That's not fucking love. But whatever, I gotta get this off my chest, because I feel alone. You know? And I tell people bits and pieces of what's going on in my life. And no one really gets it. No one gets it. You know? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get that off video. Fucking, yeah, man. No one gets this shit. This shit's real life for me. It's like I'm in hell. I'm in fucking hell. I've been in hell my whole life. But I'm at the end, man. Like if my father never set me up last year and got me kicked out of that sober house, I'd be working on that stack and pack. These Agenda 21s, because it's probably the same plumbing company. The phone's gonna die. I'm at 5%. But you see them. I did that one over there, I think. I can't really remember because they were all wood frame. But I went away from jail for a year. And the dude loved me. He wanted me back. Oh, and the other thing, my father's a thief. I come back from jail, all my plumbing tools are stolen. And he used to do that to my Uncle John. And I swear to God, that's why John killed himself. It's because my father used to fucking fuck with him all the time and steal his shit. And one time when I was 15, John come home from jail, all his shit was missing. He thought I stole all his shit and sold it. Like brand new cologne, jumpsuits, shoes. And he was only gone for a month. John had me up by the throat on the wall. And fucking, this is my friend, Buddha. He was a fucking retard. Writing his name on the fucking wall like that. But anyways, friggin', John, I think that's why he killed himself. Well, He didn't get parole. And he lost hope. But fucking, my father did nothing but torture him. And he lies. He does nothing but steal your shit and lie. That's how I had to walk around with my paperwork. He stole all my... He found out I was going to Florida with my fiance. He stole my license. Stole my driver's license. He stole all my birth certificate. Stole my social security card. I had 2 copies of the birth certificate because the jail will give you a birth certificate when you leave jail. And friggin', he stole all that shit. So slowly I've been building up my shit again, right? But I walk around with it. I walk around with all my shit. And it's funny. So I wanted to see what he had, and I'm going through his paperwork to try and find my stuff. He had thousands. When I say thousands, he had thousands of copies of all my paperwork. It was the craziest thing in the world. But no originals. The originals were all gone. But look, my phone's gonna die. It's a story for another day because I skipped over a lot, man. I skipped over a lot. But that's why I'm on the streets right now. I didn't tell you that. That's why I'm on the streets. Because 30 years old, I'm still getting abused by my family. And they're begging me, trying to get me to come back home. So what, they can fucking beat me up some more? Or I call the cops, tell them I'm schizophrenic, so they put me in mental hospitals. No one's schizophrenic, man. I'll show you my paperwork from my doctor. All I have is PTSD. That's it. From my doctor. And I'm on Suboxone. That's it. And they open up the windows. They tell the neighborhood I have AIDS. I don't have AIDS. It's crazy, man. I did a lot of shit, but I'm going to end this. I love you guys. God bless. All right? Everything's fine. I'm not going to kill myself or anything. Don't worry.